Hello Gooners and Gamers, it's your boy Kentman, and according to my watch, today is Black Friday specifically, so I hope you had a great Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm very thankful for you. But I have this $20 eShop card that my brother bought me for my birthday, and I wanted to see what kind of fan service games that I could get, along with just other games that equals up to $20. So let's go find out.
Who's he?
Kentman!
He's not important!
Okay. So we're going to be using Deku Deals to search for games for the eShop because the actual eShop is slow as shit, so we don't want to use that at all. But Ghost Trick, the Phantom Detective, I was considering it before, and I could pick it up now for $9.99. I mean, that would literally take away half of our budget at the moment, and I don't want to just use my budget for one game. I want to try to get a lot of games, multiple games, maybe like 3 at most. We're going to keep that on the side just for now, just in case we want to grab that. But let's go a little bit different than what we would normally do, is go through every single one of the pages. Let's go backwards and try to see what unique stuff is in the back of the line versus the front of the line. Obviously, we got to keep in mind for the AI slot that's going to be on here, because there's a lot of them, like this one and this one. Even though they try to pretend to be fan service games, they're nothing just but puzzle games that's just lame. We want to try to see if we can find some good fan service games, but at this point with the Nintendo eShop, I just kind of want to just find some good games in general, because normally I don't really buy a lot of games for my Switch, unless for like particular games, like mostly Pokemon, Fire Emblem and stuff like that. However, since my brother did buy me this $20 eShop card, I want to try to attempt to see if I can find something that I would want to play on my Nintendo Switch specifically nowadays, but that's going to be a very hard task, because a lot of the games I want to play on other consoles like PC or PS5 and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to be very careful on what I do decide to buy. The other thing I want to keep in mind is that I only want to, at least if I'm going to buy a visual novel, I'm only going to limit myself to one visual novel, because let's be real, I'm not going to finish them on the Switch at all, but they are it is a good console to play visual novels on. So like, we're just going to have to keep that in mind. Let us move on and see what other stuff that we can see. In the back of the line, I can see why a lot of this stuff gets pushed to the back, because good Lord, it is nothing but slot. Which Spring R? I've heard this is a really great game, and I don't know if it's on sale right now and it's like very low price, but if it is, I might end up picking it up. Peachy Derby, I did play this on Steam a while back, a year ago or something. It kind of is like a ninja racing game, and I'm surprised that it came to the Switch now. So that's good for them. You know, I'm glad that they was able to get a Switch port on there. But I don't know if I'll actually end up buying that, but maybe. I don't know what the Genius Edition is called, what that means, what that entails. What is the Genius Edition? I guess you could say this is kind of like an inspired Simmer-Kara game, because they're all a bunch of ninjas and they're all just racing and just like running. I mean, that could be a possible game I pick up. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing that on my Switch. That seems like a fun game that doesn't require me to like want to get trophies in the game, or like something I can play mindlessly to not really care about it being on the Switch, you know? Valkyrie Squad. Now that seems like a battle royale AI slot game, and I have a feeling that it is going to be that. Oh, it's Vampire Survivor, which you see a lot of those type of games. I didn't even really like Vampire Survivor in general, so I don't think I'm gonna like a clone of it, even if it has sexy waifus in it. Okay, is this just an AI slop of Crash Bandicoot, bro? Oh, come on, bro. This is AI art of Crash Bandicoot. Insane Trilogy specifically. I mean, it's very recognizable if you really look at it. If you know the cover for Crash Bandicoot. I know the AI slap problem was bad on Steam and PS5, but I didn't realize that was this bad on the eShop as well. Like, it's just everywhere. It's almost inescapable at this point. It's just here to stay. That's just crazy. It is wild for sure. Cynthia, what is Cynthia? The Hidden Moon's Shadow for $6.79. Never heard of it, but it sounds interesting.
For a long time, practicing our craft and using magic only as a last resort. Unfortunately, this time has come.
So is it like a Breath of the Wild inspired game?
Falling apart, and the mighty dark power was coming from the north. It's on the shoulders of a young huntress.
I mean, it seems like an interesting game.
And attempt to destroy the.
It seems like it's a mix of Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Hector!
Oh, my pet Hector, no!
My name is Cynthia Stramborg, and I will do everything in my power to get my loved ones back.
Is that an AI voice? Probably. Probably. But it does seem like an interesting game. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I think I'm enjoying that, but it had an interesting concept, simple concept, and it had a hot archer chick on it. So like, but you know, that's just one game. So let's keep going. We have a lot of games to look at, and we can pull to the side. So like, it could be possibly one of the choices we pick, but we might see something even better than that. So going on through, we're seeing a lot of DLC for My Hero, which is pretty cool, but nothing that is really catching my eye too much. Now, just to not make this video too long, I'm going to go through, look at some more stuff, see if I might actually want to pick them up, pull them to the side, and then we'll just talk about them in due time. So give me a second. All right, so I went through all the pages, and now we're on page 7. I felt like we could go through the last 7 pages together and look at games. But before we even do that, I did find Witchspring R throughout all the pages, and it is literally $25, so it's literally over the budget. Actually, it's $25.99 over the budget, so we won't be able to buy that. But I probably would have bought it because it seems like it's a really good game. I've heard good things about it. Now, we have a bunch of games on page 7, like Danganronpa, that I could buy. Now, I do know that I would want to play a lot of Danganronpa games on PC, mostly Steam. So I'm gonna not buy any of the Danganronpa games as of right now. Plus, there's a lot of them, so I feel like I want to buy them all in like one big package, if that's a thing. Pokemon Sword still being $50 is crazy. They think that 14% off of this game that's so old at this point is that's a really a reasonable asking price, man. Nintendo burns me up sometimes. It burns me up. Mary Sculptor Final. Now, this series I've heard really good things about from ID Factory, and I could see myself playing these games on Switch, but I mostly like playing a lot of my ID Factory games on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation, which I don't know why, because a lot of these games are censored on PS5. So I might actually just buy them on Steam eventually. But those are games, possible games that I could buy specifically. I'm going to page 6. Still, see, look at this. $48. This game came out what, like in 2020? This game should at least be like $10 at this point. Anyway, moving further down, we have Death and Request that we could probably pick up for $7.49. Again, it is an ID Factory game, but I wouldn't mind playing on my Switch. But the only issue with this game is the fact that this is one of the games that got or banned from Nintendo Switch because of suggested things, or they changed their policies or whatever, that whole controversy. But it was Z, Death and Request Z, that got the axe along with the Rebirth trilogy at the time. And because of that, it makes me not want to buy these on Switch, because I won't be able to have the whole series on the same console. Going through page 5, I'm not seeing anything on here that I would want to play on Switch. Going to page 4, still not seeing anything that I would want to play. Now, if this was like cheaper, not $31, I could see myself playing that on Switch. The Intern Odyssey series, really good 3DS games, not gonna lie, from Atlas. And I'm still not seeing anything. I am seeing some things, but some things are over the budget for sure. And then this being only $20 now is crazy. This game came out this year, or maybe like sometime last year. And it's a Hiro Mashima game, so it does have some good fan service. And for $20 specifically, that'd be only one game. Oh, it's only $20 physically at GameStop, not the eShop. So going through some more, not seeing anything else that we want to pull to the side. And we're reaching page 2. Sonic X Generations, a great game. Super Mario RPG, another great game. But I already have both of those already. And now we're on page 1 where we started, and we already seen all this, and there's nothing here that I would want to pick up specifically because I already have it other places, or I just don't have an interest in playing it on the Switch at this point. What we have right now is Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, which is a really great game, so I wouldn't mind picking that up. We have Peachy Derby Genesis Edition, which I learned that this is just the Ultimate Edition. I guess it comes with all like the DLC and stuff, which wouldn't be a bad thing. We have the Cynthia game that kind of looks like Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn-esque, and she is a sexy archer, which is pretty cool. I did pull this to the side, the Quintessential Quintuplets 5 Memories Spent with You, which is pretty much a visual novel with all of the Quintessential Quintuplets sisters, which I do love. Miku and Ashka. I love Quintessential Quintuplets a lot. And this game came out last year, and the fact that it's already $17.49, I wouldn't mind playing this on the Switch, but again, it would only be one game specifically, and I don't know if I want to use all my budget just for one game. Another game I pulled just because I like the cover of it, it was Love Q Sato, which I think is just a bunch of card games. I don't even know what it possibly is, but it's literally like $2. It seems like a WarioWare kind of game, but like it's not. Shockman Collection Volume 1 being $7.69. Nice. Is another game. It's pretty much a bunch of platformers. I guess in the sense like Mega Man and stuff. And then we have Chemically Bounded, which is a visual novel, a simple visual novel. It was only like, it's on sale for $5, so it wouldn't be my first choice for a visual novel, but I did pull it to the side because it seemed like an interesting thing. Next, we have Bonds of the Sky, which is pretty much like your RPG Maker, old pixel JRPGs. That seemed pretty interesting. For like $6, possible. I did think about this. Now, this would take my entire budget away, but Princess Maker 2 Regeneration, because it's not censored on the Switch or Steam, but I do need to see how much it is on Steam, but like this did catch my eye. I mean, I wanted to play this before, but I never ended up picking it up, and like I could do it now, but I think I would want to buy it for a lot less than $20, honestly. We got Tokyo School Life, which was like $3, another visual novel. I don't know if I'm gonna actually pick that up. I did see this a lot on PlayStation, and I thought about buying it over there, but Kodadama, The 7 Mysteries of Fujisawa, another visual novel. We have Robotics No Stash, which the name, I've always seen the name, but I don't know much about it. So I wanted to pull it to the side so we can learn it together. Okay, this might be copyrighted, so we're gonna mute that. This looks like you're like the same like art direction as Steins Gate. Maybe it's from the same. It is definitely Steins Gate coded for sure. Oh, this looks like it's gonna be like sad and like complicated. Just like Steins Gate, bro. But good, in a good way. Like this looks like it's gonna tug on the heartstrings a lot. Now, my question, is this a sequel? Yeah, no, it's a sequel. What is up with them putting the sequels on here, but not the first one? Unless this is the first game. Oh yeah, this is the first game. I might end up picking this up. I might pick this up. I think I'm gonna buy this. Maybe I might buy both games. They're both $7, which is like $14. That's 2 games right off the bat. But okay, let's look at the other games I have. We have Shadows of the Ninja Reborn, which is another $10. And I think these are like platformer games. Oh, they're Metroidvania games. You do have some like kind of like Ninja Gaiden in a sense. Oh, it is censored on the Switch. Yes, Death End Request was censored for the Nintendo Switch version with sound content. practically glitch mode outfits being different from the original version. So these versions are frauds. There are a lot of consideration. I think what I am going to buy is Robotics Notes Elite and then Robotics Notes Dash. I think I'm gonna buy Ghost Trick Phantom Detective and maybe Cynthia. I think that's over the budget, but we'll look at it. I guess we're gonna find out. So let's go over to the eShop and see if we can find these games and if they equal out to $20 specifically. So let's go. Starting with the first game, as we said, Robotics Notes Elite is one of the games I do want to pick up for $6.99. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the cart. I did see that buying all four games will definitely put us over budget, but buying 3 games will put us slightly over the budget for our $20 eShop card that we have. I looked through this eShop again in between, and I didn't really see anything else I want to buy. I might end up just buying Ghost Trick as well, because I really did enjoy this game, or the demo when I played it originally, and I would like to play more of it. I think it's a fun game, and I think it's a very fitting game on the Nintendo Switch. And the last game that we saw is Cynthia, The Hidden Shadows of Moon. Now, this game, if we buy the 2 robotic games and this, it would put us a little bit over the budget of $27. It would be $20.77 versus Ghost Detective, because I think that would put us over a little bit more. It would put us over a budget of $23.97 specifically. So in that case, I think I'm just going to go with Cynthia Hidden in the Shadows, because it's 77 cents over. But again, I didn't see anything else that I wanted to buy, so I think I'm just going to go with those 3 games specifically. So as you can see, I did not buy Robotics at all. Why? Because the game is censored on Switch and on Steam, but at least on Steam you can do a fan patch to take away the censorship. For some reason they decided to censor the game, but I didn't want to play a censored game. So in the end, I end up going with Ghost Trick and Cynthia, the 2 games that I was able to buy, along with the DLC for Ghost Trick as well. And that is what I use to spend my $20 on. Also, I apologize for the construction if you hear it, because they're doing construction. I tried to finish this video before that happened, but that was just not the case. So in the end, for me, it was actually pretty hard to spend $20 on games on the Nintendo Switch. One, because I don't really play my Switch that often to begin with, only for like very special occasions like Pokemon or Fire Emblem and stuff like that. But this does give me a reason to play other games on my Switch now, because, you know, I had the extra funds to do so. And maybe this will open up my view of the Nintendo Switch of playing games on it, but we'll see. But either way, definitely look forward to playthroughs of these games in the future at some point, because I do want to try to make some use of playing these games. Or, you know, maybe I might just do like a review video, but we'll see. But regardless of the fact, that is my journey through the eShop of trying to spend $20 on the eShop to try to find some cool games for good deals for Black Friday, while also trying to have some little bit of fan service in it. Did we find a lot of fan service? Yes. Was it censored? Yes. So we didn't actually end up buying it, but I still had fun nonetheless. But let me know what you guys think about the Nintendo Switch and the eShop and all the games on there. Did you see any good games for the Black Friday deals on the eShop? Let me know down in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember that fan service is the best kind of service, and be a fan of that like button. And I will see you in the next video next time. Bye me.